Hi everyone. Today I will be presenting about word origins or etymology, the study of how words come into existence. Language is constantly evolving, and one of the most fascinating aspects of this evolution is how new words come into existence. Every word we use today has a story behind it. Some words were brought from other language. Some were created by combining and shortening existing words, and others were invented entirely from scratch. This field of study is known as etymology, or the study of word origins. Understanding word origins not only helps us appreciate the richness of language, but also make it easier to learn vocabulary, guess the meaning of unfamiliar words, and communicate more effectively. In this material, we'll explore seven key processes through which words are formed or introduced into a language. But before I explain the several components of word origins, let me give you the definition about what is the actually word origins. The definition of word origins is refers to history of where a word comes from, how it was formed, what language it traveled through, and how its meaning may have changed over time. The proper term for studying this etymology. So the first material today is word histories. What is the word histories? The full story of how a word developed, including all the changes in spelling, sound, and meaning over time. For example, nice originally meant foolish in Latin or niches, but evolved to mean pleasant in modern English. So, what the connection between word history with word origins? This is the broader study that the other five categories all fall under. And next, the material is compound words. What is the compound words? The compound words is two existing words joined together to create a new word with a new meaning. For example, is notebook, not plus book, for a new stuff, and sunflower for sun plus flower. The connection between both of these is shows how origins can come from combining existing native words rather than borrowing words. So next is blended words. Blended word is part of two words combined different from compounds because you only use fragments, not the whole words. For example, is brunch, breakfast plus lunch, BR from breakfast, and lunch from lunch. Then another example is smoke, smoke plus folk. It's not the whole words, guys. It's just. And next is clipped words. Clipped words is word shortened from a longer original word, often becoming the more common form. For example, is photo, photo from photographs, gym from gymnasium, and ad from advertisement. Connection between clipped and word origins is shows how origins can be about reduction. A word history is one of simplification, and clipped has three parts. So the next is coined words. Current words is brand new words invented, often for new invitation, brands or trends. For example, is Google from the company name, but also now be a verb. like a selfie, and the connection between it and word origins is here are very recent and traceable to a specific creator, product, or cultural moment. And the last is foreign words and phrases. These are is similar to bird words, but these often keep their original spelling or pronunciation and are recognized as foreign even though used in English. For example, is deja vu. Deja vu is actually from French, guys, and I know you always often heard that word and both feed from Latin language. The connection between foreign and word origins is unlike fully assimilated loan words like kindergarten. This return a stronger sense of foreignness. So, guys, that the several connection with word origins. I hope you can understand from what I explained. But if you haven't understood, you can ask any questions below in the commenter. Then I'll answer if you really want to know about it. So let's go to the next part. That's game. I have 10 questions. Then you can answer to know how far you can understand about what I explain. Thank you for watching and let's go to the next part. Hi guys, so here are 10 multiple choice questions about word origins with answers and reason, but reason I will explain that and I hope you can hear from what I explain and after this video you can more understand about what the word origins. And the first question is, the word kindergarten comes from German and is example of a compound word, B broad word, C clipped word, D coined word. Okay, you can guess what the correct answer, guys. And yeah, the correct answer is B, borrowed word, because it was taken directly from German and used in English without translation or alteration. And the next question is, brunch, breakfast plus lunch is an example of A compound word, B blended word, C foreign phrase, D work history. So what the question, guys? What the answer? Sorry. What the answer? And the answer is the answer is blended words because it combines parts of two words. B are from breakfast and lunch from lunch, not the whole words. And the third question is, sunflower, sun plus flower is an example of A blended word, B compound word, C clipped word, D coined words. So which one the correct answer, guys? Yeah, the correct answer is B, compound word, because it joins two complete words together to form a new meaning. Then the fourth question, or the number four, is photo from photograph is an example of A, clipped word, B, coined word, C, borrowed word, D, compound word. The answer is A, clipboard, because it is a shortened form of a longer original word. And the fifth question is selfie is an example of A, borrowed word, B, coined word, C, foreign phrase, D, word history. So what the question, guys? And the question is B, coined word. It is a newly invented word created to describe a modern phenomenon or a self-portrait photo. So that's why the answer is B, coined word. Then number six. Let's go to the next question. The question is déjà vu used in English sentences an example of A, blended word, B, compound word, C, foreign word, or praise, D, clip word. So, do you guys can guess what the correct answer? Yes, the correct answer is C, foreign word or praise, because it keeps since its original French spelling and pronunciation and is still recognized as foreign rather than fully absorbed into English. Next to the seventh question. The study of how a word's meaning and form change over time is called A, coinage, B, etymology, or word history, C, clipping, D, blending. So what the answer, guys? Do you have answered this? So the answer is B, etymology or word history. Since this is the umbrella term that traces a word's full development and change in meaning over time. So the eighth question is motel. Mo for motor, Then tell from hotel. Is an example of a compound word, B blended word, C clipped word, D four-inch phrase. So what the correct answer? Correct answer is, what do you guess? The correct answer is, let's go. Yeah, B blended word, because it merges fragments of two words, move from motor and tell from hotel into one new word. So that's why the answer is blended word. And the ninth question is, which of the following is an example of a bird word? A gym from gymnasium, B brunch breakfast plus lunch, C piano from Italian, D notebook from not plus book. So what the correct answer, guys? The correct answer is C piano, because piano was taken directly from Italian and adapted into English with no structural change. And last but not least, for question is number 10. Nice originally means foolish in Latin but now means pleasant. This shows A clipping, B blending, C change in word meaning over time or word history, and D coinage. So which one the correct answer? And the correct answer is C, change in word meaning over time or word history, because the word's form stayed the same but its meaning shifted across century, a classic example of word history or etymology. So guys, that's all from my games for today, and we've done all the thing. I hope you can understand about what I explained about word origins. In conclusion, word origins play an important role in shaping the language we use every day. Through processes such as borrowing, compounding, blending, clipping, coining, and adapting foreign words and phrases, English continues to grow and adapt over time. By understanding these different word formation processes, we can better appreciate how language evolves and become more skilled at recognizing, learning, and using new vocabulary. This knowledge not only depends on our understanding of language itself, but also helps us communicate more effectively in every day. That's all from me. Thank you for all your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.